I think we're live.
Hi, everybody. We're back. We're here with Adrienne Klein, our Thyroid Refresh team nutritionist. She is a certified transformational nutrition coach. And so we are going to be doing a thyroid healthy pantry and kitchen tour with you guys. I'm so excited. Welcome, Adrienne.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being a part of that. I get to be part of this team. You guys are doing amazing things, and I'm just very excited to be here.
Thank you. We're glad to have you.
I'm Ginny Mahar. This is Danna Bowman. We are the two co-founders of Thyroid Refresh, and this is our official launch day party. Our site has just gone live, so if you haven't already, please stop by thyroidrefresh.com. I'll tell you a little bit about what Thyroid Refresh is, but first, I just wanted to give you a little heads up that at the end of this, we will be announcing our fourth winner for the official Thyroid Refresh launch party giveaway. And we also have some special today only discounts that we'll be announcing at the end of today's Facebook Live session with Adrienne. So what is Thyroid Refresh? We think of Thyroid Refresh as a living thyroid lifestyle magazine. Danna and I set out to fill the gap between your expert advice and your optimal state of health. So we think of what we've created as that bridge of support in between. This is created by thyroid patients for thyroid patients, and we are here to help you get to the other side of health. In the next Facebook Live session, Danna and I are going to be giving you a live tour of the site. So we're really excited about that. So hopefully you can join us for that and learn more about what we have to offer. But let's get started with Adrienne.
Also, wait, really quick, I'm sorry to interrupt. I was going to say, if you know someone who suffers with thyroid issues, would you please share this with them if you think it will resonate with them? We'd like to reach as many people as we possibly can. And also click your little notifications so that you'll see when we go live again.
Thanks, Danna.
Yeah. I feel like I should go. Right?
I actually have someone. I specifically asked them to make sure they share this video in my private Facebook group. All videos have been shared so that we all can hear and see and learn, and they can share as well. It's just so much great information in one tiny little day. It's great.
It is. It's been so fun. And we're so excited for this session because food is one of those things that unites us all. And as thyroid patients, it kind of challenges us all. So I know there's a lot of people out there who are so excited to hear what you have to say. So how long did it take you? Can you tell us a little bit of your story about how long did it take to transition from, the standard American diet or however you were eating before to where you're at now? Because you've had your own journey with thyroid disease.
Well, I started out as a child, who was raised in the late 80s, early 90s, which was during the whole fat-free craze.
Oh my God.
And, I was just raised that way. And not only do you eat, low fat, no fat, but you also eat very low calorie. So I like to think of myself as going through my 20s as starving. And
not funny.
No, it's not funny. You don't realize it until you start eating again. You're like, oh, my body kind of likes food and nutrition, and maybe I should figure out what to feed it. I got pregnant and I had my child, and being obsessive compulsive about counting calories became really hard because your priorities change and it's just not as important. And I actually started thinking about, when you have a kid, you start thinking about those things, like what can I do to make myself more healthy? And rather than thinking of the calorie as, the ultimate thing, it really wasn't. And micronutrients became really important. And I stumbled across the paleo diet about 2010. And I think I read like the Primal Blueprint, I think. By Mark Sisson.
Yeah.
It actually really hit home for me that in a way that made me want to learn more about micronutrients, not just the macronutrients, and how that can actually help my body perform at its best. So I would say my journey has been about 7 years in the making. going paleo and then tweaking that as needed for my thyroid health.
You know, we at Thyroid Refresh, we don't adhere to any, you know, one size fits all philosophy because there isn't one.
Mm-mm.
But I think that raises a good point that for so many of us, you know, those specific diets like paleo, like AIP, they're a really good place to start.
Yes.
You know, if you don't know where to begin, they can sort of give you an outline and help you through the process of elimination, identify those unique dietary triggers.
It's so true, because for me, it was a mind shift more than anything like putting a label on it. It was a mind shift from living in a world of very low calorie, low fat, and that was all that mattered, to there's so much more that matters, and going forward and doing that research. So for me, it wasn't just, hey, everyone should eat paleo, because I don't believe that at all, because we're all individuals and we all are walking ecosystems that, you know, respond differently to different things. But for me, it was a mindset change, and that's exactly what I needed in order to move forward to make myself as healthy as I could.
Right. Do you have some tips before we get started for like maybe cushioning the cost of making the shift, you know, to clean food, organic food, high quality sources of protein and things like that?
I do advocate for if you're going to eat meat, please do it the high quality protein, like the grass-fed beef, the pasture-raised chicken, because that is going to give you the cleanest meat and also the most bang for your buck nutritionally. And meat tends to be expensive, especially when you buy it at a high quality. You don't have to eat it every day. You only need to eat it 2 to 3 times a week to get the benefits of eating meat. So, you know, a lot of people will talk about, you know, going in on a cow share, you know, with a great local farm that, you know, has pastured cattle, which is great if you have that upfront money, because it tends to be it's expensive upfront, but over time it's less expensive. So if you have that, that's great. And also space might be an issue as well. So if you have the space, I mean, on my wish list is to get a deep freezer, because, I would love one, but I don't have one. So getting a half a cow isn't really, you know, something that I can do, and people who live in apartments probably can't do. So it's great for those who can, but other ways to do it, if you can't do that, is you're going to get the most bang for your buck if you go with ground beef and eggs. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Those tend to be on the, you know, the lower end of the price. We buy organic, soy-free, pastured eggs, and we get them at our, you know, local natural store, and they're $1.99 per dozen.
Wow.
I mean, it's the same price as a Walmart. You can't go wrong. And we'll buy we do a lot of eggs in this house. You know, and ground beef, you can get grass-fed ground beef in like little 1-pound packets. That's $5. There's a lot of dishes that you can make with ground beef. So those are, you know, that's my recommendation for that. When it comes to like organic fruits and vegetables, the EWG, Environmental World Group, EWG.org, they do a list of what they call the Dirty Dozen, or is it the Dirty 15? No, it's the Dirty Dozen, Clean 15.
Clean 15.
Thank you. And what they'll do is they'll for the year list out the ones, the 12 foods that you should buy organic 100% of the time, because those are the ones that are going to have the most impact on you with your health. And the other ones, the Clean 15, is okay to buy not organic.
And also, I was just going to say, Costco, I mean, you know, they've got some great buys. We were just there. We were just there the other day. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're lucky that there are more organics available at more places now. And I was just going to mention that one other tool that we've used is to do a CSA subscription, community supported agriculture, where you pay a monthly fee. It's usually very reasonable, and it's either one farm or you know, a group of farms that all put together these boxes of organic local fruits and vegetables, and then you pick them up at a certain location usually. And wow, when we were doing that, we've never eaten so clean and so well, because you're always going, how are we going to use these greens? I've got, a bunch of plums to use up, and that really, it's almost dictates the way that you cook, because you're always trying to use up what's in the box. So it's a little bit of a different mind shift, but so incredibly affordable for extremely clean, organic, sustainable produce.
100% agree. That is such a great resource if you have it available to you. And we also have like a co-op here. So it's not a CSA, but it's kind of the same thing. But what it is everyone kind of decides what they want to get from their local farmer. And as long as we meet like a certain quota, then we'll all get it. And that's just, and again, you pick it up at a certain time in a certain place. And it's so great because you'll even get like, local, raw local honey dealers. You're like, hey, I want in. So you're like, great, we get some local honey. I don't have to go too far for it. That's an absolutely great resource. And living in the Pacific Northwest, we are a little spoiled here. We have a lot of opportunities to buy local and fresh and, pastured and grass-fed. But it's important also to keep in mind that there are still areas that live in a food desert, where their meals come from, convenience store. They don't even have like large supermarkets. So being able to, maybe they can mail order like Butcher Box or, something like that, can really help with getting some nutritious food into their home.
That's right. These are great ideas. What do you think? Should we get started on the pantry and kitchen tour?
I can't wait to see.
I just want to point out Adrienne's awesome decorations. I love it. So festive.
Totally.
A couple butterflies.
Yeah.
So I want to preface this by saying that, so my boyfriend, or I call him the man that I, share my life with, both of us have done the hair analysis, which if you've been to my website, you'll know why I like to do the hair analysis for nutrition. And we both have completely different profiles of what we should be eating for our own bodies. For example, his test says that he can eat all the dairy and all the nuts. His body does better with a higher protein, lower carb. Versus me, where I get to be, gluten-free, dairy-free, and I do better with moderate protein, moderate fats, moderate carbs. So when you look through my fridge and my pantry, you'll see basically how we've taken two completely opposite nutrition profiles, and we live in one house, and the one meal that we do eat together is dinner. So really, that's all we have to figure out when it comes to together. Otherwise, we're on our own. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to walk to my phone.
Yay.
Danna, I'm looking on Facebook and it looks like we're still in gallery. Do you mind?
Yeah, we can switch it now. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it okay to go ahead and
speaker view? Yay.
Here's my fridge. All right. Here's my big fridge. And you know what? Let's start with the door. The door is easiest, right? So, of course, this is my grass-fed butter, Kerrygold. It's a huge favorite in this house. I don't eat it straight, obviously, because I'm dairy-free. However, occasionally when I am bored and have nothing to do, I have learned how to turn that into ghee, which is kind of a fun process. You've probably done that before, Ginny, huh?
I have.
And then and I, of course, I've got like some garlic. Like if you know me, you know that, this is some organic garlic. Here is, I make this up in advance. This is just organic lemons and ginger that gets boiled down into a concentrate. And I just keep this in here because it is so good for acid reflux, heartburn. You can come in here and you can just get like a little shot glass of it. And it'll knock it right out. The other thing that is great for, Philip, who the man I share my life with, he gets a little bit of post-nasal drip. And this is great. Like you pour a little bit of this in some hot water and a little bit of that honey, and that'll take care of it right away. This is just one of the supplements that we're on that has to be refrigerated. So this gets to be my creamer. I get 1 cup of coffee a day. I usually don't finish it, but I get 1 cup of coffee, and I like this coconut creamer. It's a good brand. Next shelf, we have, this is some organic, and you can tell Portland, so it's local ketchup. The kids love ketchup for some reason. So mayonnaise. So this is Sir Kensington's mayonnaise. And what's nice about this for me is that it is, it's one of the cleanest mayonnaise you can get if you're not going to make your own. It is made with sunflower oil. So sunflower oil kind of gets a bad rap because it gets lumped in with all those other seed oils. But if you get a high quality one, the omega-6 content is the same as the macadamia oil. So I don't feel like this is a bad product at all. Especially for me, like I tend to try and limit the amount of avocado oil in my life just because my analysis comes back and says I need to have moderate fat. Okay, so this is the mayonnaise that has the avocado oil. It's by Primal Kitchen. It's soy and canola free, sugar free. It's one of the best mayonnaise that you can get if you don't make your own. Also from the Primal Kitchen, we have avocado oil based Caesar dressing. I also don't find time in my life to make my own dressings. But I think that if you don't, then this is a really good option. If you go and you get store-bought dressings, most of the time they are made with soy oil. And again, honey mustard made with avocado oil.
Love Primal Kitchen.
Do you use it?
I do.
Yeah, I do too. I'm a huge fan. This is just some honey mustard from Annie's, just organic honey mustard. I use that like in my deviled eggs or like egg salad. This is amazing stuff. This is coconut aminos. So this is what you would use in place of like teriyaki sauce. It's soy-free, it's gluten-free. It's just made from the coconut tree sap, and it is so good, so good. The kids don't even believe it. Down here in my last little door, I just have some extra bone broth. Again, I don't have time to make giant batches of bone broth. So Pacific is a good brand. It's organic. You just have to make sure that when you get it, it says bone on it, not just regular broth. So when looking at my fridge, it's really good to know that what I do on Sundays is I do a huge cook-up, or what they call batch cooking, because during the week, it's so crazy. I commute 5 hours a day, 3 times a week. There's no time to do anything. And what I found is that if I do this batch cooking and I put it all in like these neat, cute little containers, these are glass containers, then all this food gets eaten and nobody makes a bad choice, right? Versus if I had, carrots that weren't put out, like they're just in a bag in a drawer, no one will ever touch them. But I put them here and these get eaten up so quickly. So what I have here is just I have some sliced lemons in case you want to get a sliced lemon and put it in your water. Here's some French style yogurt. Oh, let me close my door real quick. I forgot.
You're getting in trouble.
It lets me know that I've had the door open too long, which is nice.
Yeah.
Just some yogurt because, Philip, he gets to have all the yogurt. Here's some sugar snap peas that I've just put into some containers. I have some organic blueberries here that I put in the water. I know, so good, right? We have some hummus, which Phil really enjoys with his carrots. I boiled up a bunch of eggs. These go real quick. So, and in fact, I just did them yesterday versus like a Sunday. So normally by Thursday, these are all gone. So that's a really popular item in our fridge. Zevia, this is like my little after dinner treat. Has anyone heard of this? So this is just sparkling water, and it's flavored just with a hint of lime and a little bit of stevia. And so that's my little treat that I get to have, and it's so good. And then back here, try and do this so I don't drop things. So this, you can probably see, this is some grass-fed cheese that Phil gets to enjoy. Cottage cheese is the Daisy brand, if you guys are familiar with that. It's one of the cleanest cottage cheeses you can buy. And of course, the carrots we've talked about. Over here, see, look how pretty this is. So this is my water that's just with lemon and with blueberry in it, just flavored. Just keep it in the fridge, nice and cold. Came out of the filtered water dispenser, so there's no fluoride in it, there's no chlorine, and it's just delicious. So easy to drink too, and it's just right there and ready. In this container, I've got some sliced celery. Back here, you can see we've got grass-fed dairy for Phil. He likes to put all this stuff in his coffee, like half and half and creamer. In here, and in these little ones, is just chicken. So just cook up a huge batch of chicken, season it however you want, and then I just cut it up and put them into these little containers. And for lunch, you can just grab one, and you can either just take this, or down here, what I also do is I make up a big salad.
How do you like those yeah, the cup,
the bees wrapped.
yeah, how do you like it?
I like it a lot. So I have like a Mighty Nest subscription. Have you heard of it? And so every month they send you one kitchen or household item that is more natural and better for you and better for the environment. This was one of them that I got, and I was like, oh, that's so cool, because it's so nice just to get rid of all the plastic in your life if you can.
I'm noticing your containers look like they're all glass too, right?
Oh yeah, they're all glass. So this is what I do. I ask for these for Christmas.
Oh,
and then
smart.
Right? People think I'm weird, but seriously, I love these, because how else do you do milk prep, right? So this is just I made some pork ribs the other night, so it's just leftovers, basically, is what that is. Back here, like I said, we use a lot of eggs, and this is just frittata that I have. Maybe I should open it up so you guys can see.
You're making me hungry.
Oh, good. Come over for some lunch.
I'd love to.
So, Ginny, you probably know, like, it's so easy to make a frittata. It's just crazy easy. So what I do, I just make one big one up, and then I slice it like a pizza, and I put it in here, and these get gobbled up quickly for breakfast, for lunch, also for snacks. So that's one of our favorites that we'll do. I also do like a big batch of like egg salad that you can just come in and grab. These are those eggs that I was talking about. These are the pastured, they're soy free. So Philip has a soy allergy. So it's incredibly important that these eggs aren't full of soy. And what that basically means is that they make sure that the ladies, when they're eating, don't eat anything that has soy in it. Then down here, you got to see my giant bowl of salad that everyone loves. I usually have to make 2 a week because that won't last very long. Over here are some snacks for Phil, which is, these are just feta stuffed green olives. These are Mom's homemade pickles. Yes, those go quickly. That's what he asked for Christmas. In here, I'm going to close my door again.
Yeah, we're getting in trouble.
And then we're going to open it up. Okay. So then down here, I just have, we've got some mushrooms. I love mushrooms. As a kid, I hated them, but as an adult, I love them. Just some more carrots. These are fun. These are the organic sweet mini peppers. Those are fun. And then just some potatoes. And then down here, we have some meat ready for the rest of the week. This is from a local farmer, Heritage Farms, and this is some pork spare ribs. So I've never had these from this farmer before, so we'll see how that goes. And then I also have, this is that ground beef I was talking about. Organic grass-fed beef. So you want to know where I get this?
Yes.
Walmart.
Wow.
Right?
How about that?
So check your Walmart for any of the organic grass-fed beef. And then we just have like an all natural like pork loin back here to cook up. Well, that is my fridge.
Wow, it's so beautiful and
I know.
organized. And I love how there's so much grab and go stuff in there.
Oh, thank you. When you have kids, you realize that not only can you eat well for yourself, but you need to, have them eat well too. So I bring you to this book, Practical Paleo, only because as we go into my pantry, you'll see some spices in there. And I think it's really important that when you start, committing to making a really good food for your family, spices are going to make all the difference in the world, especially if you're used to like the standard American diet, which is very high in salt and, trans fat. But this book she has her signature spice blends, and it's so easy. All you do is just follow here. Let's see this. There's the taco and pita blend. All you do is just follow the recipe and then put it in your own shaker. And then what's great too is if you're following the AIP, she even has like, hey, if you're nightshade free, then don't put these things in there. Or if you're following the FODMAP diet, don't put these things in there. So this has been my Bible for making sure that the food is tasty and my family wants to eat it, and it's just easy. Okay, so we're gonna go over to my pantry. We live in like a 1930s bungalow, which doesn't have a pantry. So I had to recruit this giant cabinet, which really is kind of a testament to like, you don't have to have a huge, amazing house to have a really good pantry, something that is full of good food. You just kind of have to maybe be inventive of where it's at. And this is probably 8 steps from our kitchen. So you get your steps in, right? And you just kind of come over here. We have like a little alcove. So it's a really good place for it, and it's worked well for us. Okay, so we'll start here. So this is where I keep all of my spices. And one of the things that I wanted to share is that this company, Arome, is local to me. So they're in Hood River, and they have these amazing spices. I mean, you can get anything from them. Most of them are local, they're organic, and you can order it all online. So this espresso sea salt is delicious when you rub it on like a grass-fed ribeye and then grill it. Absolutely delicious.
Yum.
This one I haven't tried yet. This is Pinot Noir salt. So I'm not quite sure what to use with that yet. Maybe you have some ideas, Jenny. This is great. This is so good. This is lemon zest salt. That is great with asparagus or Brussels sprouts. It's just so tasty. So nutritional yeast is really helpful for someone who is dairy free. So you can sprinkle this on your vegetables, and it kind of gives it a little bit of a cheesy flavor. The great thing about this too is if you're plant-based, it is very high in, it doesn't show it very well. It's very high in vitamin B12, which is something that you usually only get from, meat, because they store it really well in their organs, unless you're getting like a fortified food that has the B12 fortification. So again, this is like, so I just buy these little things, right? And you mix up your herbs and your seasonings, and then you just put it in here. And it's just, I mean, one, it's cute, right?
Yeah.
This is like a breakfast blend. It's so cute. So I use this in the frittata because I wanted it to be a little bit more breakfasty. I just have some organic onion powder and organic paprika back there, some cinnamon, some taco seasoning from Diane Sanfilippo. She also has a good diner blend. Don't you love my handwriting? This is like a lime blend, which is good for seafood. This is organic, kind of whole leaf. Well, not really whole leaf, more like crushed leaf basil, which is so good in everything. We've got some turmeric. I don't know what to do with this. This is orange blossom water, but this has been in here for a while. So if someone can tell me what to do with that, I would love that. This is, if anyone can identify it,
Saffron.
Saffron, exactly. So this is nice organic saffron from the same place, the Arome. We have some truffle zest. And this actually is from Thrive Market. It's their own spice blend. It's called Mediterranean. It's a Greek herb blend. I'll try that on some chicken or something. So this also is from Thrive Market. So this will be my replacement for my garlic powder and for my onion powder. And we've got some vanilla and some pink salt. Also, we have some nut butters. We also have some seed butters like sunflower seeds, which is okay for me to eat. We have some raw organic honey, and that's local as well. Over here, we just have some, I can have the gluten-free rolled oats. Remember, I can be, as long as it's certified gluten-free, I can eat it just fine. This is fun. So anytime we're traveling, it's really hard to know if I'm gonna have the coconut creamer that I like. So while this is, you know, coconut and almond milk, it's shelf stable. So I can just keep it. And if we go away for the weekend, I can just take it with me. And then back here, we have just a bunch of, you know, gluten-free teas that are so good. My child loves peppermint tea, so she thinks that's like a treat. Down here, this is our snack one. So we have like a paleo snack mix. That's great for Phil. What else do we have? Oh, these are great for Phil too. These are like little walnut maple bites. So all these things are just, you know, very clean to eat. So we have, again, some more pickles.
I want to be Phil.
I want to be Phil too. He gets to have all the good stuff. So we've got, you know, nuts, and you never know, like your test might come back and say it's fine for you to have nuts, right? Mm-hmm. And some more olives back here. We've got lots of nuts. Oh yeah, and then Epic is a great brand, and they make these pork rinds. He loves those. And then some clean jerky that is soy-free and gluten-free that he can eat. And then down here's the fun stuff. This is an oil that I haven't used yet. I thought would be really good for like salads. It's from that same place I was talking about in Hood River. And it's wild mushroom and sage. Mm. And then this olive oil I get by the gallon from Thrive Market. We have some, of course, we have some apple cider vinegar because that is great for almost everything. Some more coconut aminos. We have just some more coconut aminos. Oh, here's my favorite part, which is all the fats. So it's very new for me to start cooking in tallow, but I love it. It's great. And then also Fatworks. They make a chicken fat and a duck fat. I haven't tried the duck fat yet, but the chicken fat is so good. Like that's how you saute your vegetables.
We've cooked with duck fat before, and I like it. It's good. The only thing that I have to get over for duck fat is it's got a different kind of smell, but other than that, I like it.
Oh, okay. And again, we just have over here, we just have backups for mayo and for some more salad dressing. And then down here is where I keep all of my bone broth. I cook with Instant Pot a lot, which, you know, they want like at least a cup of liquid in there. So I use this really good high quality bone broth. So this is like free range chicken broth. And we have some spray avocado oil. Of course, coconut oil, because coconut oil. And so the canned stuff that we have, I just have these black beans. Eden Organic is really good about having BPA-free cans. So I feel good about having those. And then for a sweetener, just some monk fruit. It's all right. The less you use, the better. And because otherwise it gets kind of bitter. And then you just have your regular baking soda, baking powder. That's my pantry.
Wow.
Wow.
And it's so functional. And I love that you talked about your significant other and, you know, when you have children, because, you know, and when you're busy and you drive 5 hours 3 times a week.
Yeah, I don't have time to do a lot of the amazing thing that people can do if they have the time. I would love to make my own bone broth or mayonnaise or ketchup. but it's hard, you know?
Yeah.
So you got to make it work.
I love seeing so many of your strategies too, you know, putting the things in the glass containers. I totally agree. It's like if you wrap something up in foil or put it in even a ceramic container that, you know, is opaque, you can't see through, it never gets eaten. I can't remember what's in there, you know, so it's nice to see, you know, all these ready to eat snacks and the spice blends that become so important when we're working within dietary restrictions. Most of us are, you know.
Yeah.
There's a couple questions I was wondering if we could have you answer for the audience.
Sure.
Kim asks, I get really big sugar cravings. How do you satisfy your sweet tooth?
Oh, that's a really, really good one. It's really important to kind of go through the process of eliminating sugar from your life first, because once you take sugar out and you get past what they call like the sugar detox or the carb flu, your cravings will decrease by like 95%. And then once you get past that, then it's okay to have a little snack that has like stevia in it or that has the monk fruit. Those are pretty much the only two alternative sugars that are okay enough for the body. Again, you don't want to overdo it. So like for me, my treat is that it's that flavored carbonated water called Zevia that has the stevia in it, and it's flavored with lime as well. So you can find little snacks like that oh, and also those like little maple walnut bites for Phil. They're so dense. He's like, I only need one. I don't want any more. It's so like it did everything it needed to do with just one. And once you get past that kind of sugar detox, you'll feel that you're not wanting or needing it anymore. And let's see.
She was asking if dates were okay to eat.
Oh, you know, dates are okay, but like you just, I would say go through the process of eliminating sugar first, because if you eat one date, chances are you kind of want to maybe eat more or graduate to something else. So I don't know how to say that more delicately, but I mean, it's so easy to sit down with a bowl of something and just keep eating, especially if it's sweet, and that's exactly what your body wants. I would say give yourself the 5 days to get rid of the sugar in your system, and then have a date, wait 30 minutes. If you really need another one, have a date, you know, and that should take care of that craving for you.
Stacy asks, where can I get a hair analysis? And I think I saw that Julia put the link to that in the comments, but you do have a great article, and do you want to talk about it real quickly before we let you go?
Yeah, so you can go to my website, and I talk about the hair tissue mineral analysis there. And basically what you need to do is you need to hook up with a practitioner that will provide that for you. It's something that I provide, and I get a great thorough analysis on your micronutrients, your toxin levels, your allergies, foods you should be eating, foods you shouldn't be eating. It's a really thorough, and it's great information. And from there we can build a really good nutritional plan that after 30 days, you're gonna feel amazing.
As we mentioned earlier, Adrienne is a certified transformational nutrition coach, and she's also known as the Thyroid Whisperer. So she has an incredible, lively, you know, really vibrant Facebook page, the Thyroid Whisperer, and also your website. Can you give us the URL for that?
It's www.thyroid-whisperer.com.
And what was the name of your group again?
If you go to my Facebook page,
it'll have a link.
So there's a button that says join group. We're called the Butterfly Warriors Thyroid Support Group. We're an amazing group of women. There's a few men in there, but we're mostly women, and it's so much love, so much support. I try to give education and, you know, write articles for them so that they know what they're dealing with, but mostly it's just love and warm fuzzies, I like to say.
And that's why we're glad to have you on Thyroid Refresh, because look at what you get. Look at how she offers and just gives. She's got some fantastic articles on there. Most of them right now are free content. We do have lots of block things. And then our community, she's going to be in the community, and you'll get personalized, fabulous support. So we hope you'll join us there. Really quick before we move on, I think Stacy also asked, what about green tea? Is that a no-no for hypothyroidism?
It depends. It depends on the level of caffeine that you should be consuming. It's ideal to start kind of at 0 and then add in just a little bit and see how you do. Like for myself, I really only should have 1 cup per day. So I would, if she's drinking it and doing well on it, okay. If she backs off on it, after a couple of days, do you feel a little bit better? Do you feel like you're not drained at the end of the day? Or it's just kind of listening to your body. We're all very different. Green tea for me is going to be very different for green tea for you, and vice versa. So I don't like to say everyone do this and everyone do that, because you just don't know. So if you go off the green tea for a couple of days, give yourself a chance to kind of reset. Do you feel better, or do you feel better with just that 1 cup or 2 per day?
That's right. We all have our bio-individual needs, and that's something that we definitely, believe in and adhere to and make space for at thyroidrefresh.com. So if you haven't already, please stop by and check us out. We just went live today. We're so excited to show you guys what we've created. Before we sign off, we need to announce the 4th winner for our launch party giveaway. Do you want to share the name of the winner, Danna?
Yeah, I also wanted to say, well, I guess we can share the winner first. Okay. 1 year Thyroid Refresh membership for free. Just fabulous. Lori Wood from Illinois.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Congratulations, Lori.
That's so cool. That is so cool.
Okay. And then also I wanted to mention, when you go to the site, like I said earlier, there's tons of free content, but also we'd love for you to check out our membership page, because that is where all the magic happens, and the forums and all the specialized bundles and things Jenny and I are going to tell you a little bit more about. But the site is a little bit different, and there's a more menu. If you click on the more menu and you scroll down, you'll see where it says become a member. So just check it out, see what you think.
And also we have a special discount to announce before we sign off. Just Thrive Probiotic has given us a special 20% discount. This is today only, and you need to enter the coupon code thyroid20.
Yeah.
So you go to thriveprobiotic.com.
And
that
also,
is so great of them. That's just so great of them.
I know.
It's a great product too. I mean, there's spore-based probiotics, and
more people need better probiotics, not just your average run-of-the-mill.
No,
the good stuff.
That's right. Also wanted to say, I don't know if you've tried them or not, Adrienne, but Paleo Valley donated some beef sticks. They're like, there's a little snack. They're fantastic. They have lots of other things on their site too, but they donated that for us today. So just wanted to give them a shout out. Okay. They're so very good. So yes.
I love a good beef stick.
Yep. Right. Who doesn't? Mm-hmm. Okay, guys, we have completed 4 amazing, fabulous Facebook Lives today with all of our experts. And up next, Jenny and I are going to give you a site tour and a little bit more about why and how and why we created this together, this platform together.
Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. And thank you again, Adrienne. We're so happy to have you with us on this journey. And we can't wait for you guys to all get to know Adrienne too.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You.
I cannot wait. I love this. Thank you.